Good morning, ScrappyShak friends. Do you see my cute little animal? Is anybody on? Nobody is on. It says 0.
Give it a couple seconds then. Show them what you made the animals with. Start flashing some products.
Can you check your phone and see if I'm doing something wrong? Oh! Hi, Diane. I was wondering if I was even here because I didn't see nobody. So, good morning. You guys get Barbie and I. Melanie is getting some Gigi time. She really missed the kids after Nashville. So, we have lots of fun to show you. We got a little Harrison. And we got a little Bernice. Can you guess who made this one? And then we have a little Winifred. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, so these are the minis. Nope, I'm lying. These are the dies that I have right here are full-size dies. The full-size dies are all $34.99. So we have Harrison, we have Bernice, we have Winifred, we have Gertrude, we have Clarice, we have Theodore, and then we have all of their fun little accessories. Yes, Vault Accessory Classic, which is $29.99. But all of the bigs are $34.99. Now, to show you.
But the accessories are different prices.
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay, sorry. I had stepped out of the
He
room.
wasn't listening.
I was out of the room. My fault.
Okay, and then we have the minis. So Mini Harrison, which I made a little Mini Harrison. And then a Mini Bernice. Did you guess who made this one? Anybody? Anybody?
Big hint. It's orange.
Big hint. Titi, Teresa. And then I'm me, little Winifred. She's so cute with all the sparkles. There were others made yesterday. Well, one, but there was also a casualty. So you don't get to see it. But, so all of the minis are $20.99. And to compare them, I pulled out the main bodies, and even the accessories are $20.99. I pulled out the main bodies from the originals so that you can get a good comparison of the different sizes. Look at that. I opened my minis up and I was like, these aren't really small, but they are quite small compared. And then there's the hippo. And then the zebra. I think the zebra is my favorite because it's as close to a horse as I can have.
I think the hippo, if you did it right, you could also make it look like a wild boar, like a pig.
Or a rhino.
Yeah. Yep.
And there's the giraffe. Sorry, I don't have their names memorized. And then look at the elephant. I feel like that's like the biggest difference because it's also shorter and not as wide. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Jennifer. And then here is the bear comparison. So stinking cute.
Oh, and I'm so sad we don't have it with us, but Carolyn made one of the bears and layered it up, and
she made its butt jiggle.
It's on a wobble, and so it does. It shakes its little booty.
It's so cute.
It's a fun one.
So,
It's super fun.
if you guys would like the animals, they are on our store. They are, if we run out, we do have them on pre-order. So, I'm going to let Barbie do the next part.
Okay. I have a question for you, April, before I start. Are you wearing my glasses?
No, I'm not wearing your glasses. I'm wearing my glasses.
Okay, where'd mine go then?
I don't know. Did you leave them at the test? I'll go get them.
They were by where we were crafting together. Yeah, I know. Oh, did I? Ah, here I am accusing my partner of thievery, and it's really me. I can't find anything. All right, because you know how I do with paper. Sometimes I start opening it and I tell you things are mice and they're really bunny rabbits and I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, people, this is some of the new Stamperia paper. It is called All Around, and we had to buy all kinds of it for my house because my daughter loves lizards. We have a bearded dragon downstairs who lives with us, and so lizard. Okay. Anyway, the 8x8 is $16.99. The 12x12 is $30.79. And let us take a peek at this glorious paper. And then we've got some more minor demoing to do with you in a minute, but we're gonna take a break to peek at the paper first. So here it is in all its glory, and it's just beautiful. You've got some lovely backgrounds. This is, almost like tree rings. These magnolias, just gorgeous. And if I say the wrong flower, if it's not really a magnolia, just ignore me. I'm not brilliant when it comes to that kind of thing. We got crazy little bug down there. It's not, but it kind of looks like Spanish tile. It's really pretty and grungy. And then lizard. And of course, you've got this cute little ladybug here. So that's just such a fun piece because there's just that splash of red right in the middle of all the green ivy. Again, here you've got this Spanish tile look, but then you've got the ladybug. And of course, it's a small ladybug. If you didn't want it, if you feel like it breaks up the pattern too much, you could cover that part up or cut it out or do whatever. Pretty here with the flowers and that grungy, layered, vintagey looking background. And again, more cool background. And then there's this page, which is a little fun. I have to tell you what I saw. I think it was with the ephemera pieces or the die cuts or maybe even pieces out of the junk journal. But Vicky Papiano, on one of her videos that she posted on her Facebook page, had one of the magnifying glasses, and this pink butterfly comes in a couple different sizes in the junk journal and in the ephemera. And so she had a project where she had the small half of one butterfly outside of the magnifying glass, and the large half, there, maybe in the focal point. April's giving you a sneaky peek. All right. So anyway, the big part of the then the part of the bigger butterfly was inside the magnifying glass, and it was cool. It's why she has the job she has. Yes. And then so cool. Here, beautiful birds, beautiful feathers. Not all of these feathers are from this particular bird, but it works. It works. Get some extra splash of color. Oh, and then you've got the breakdown of the bird there. That's kind of cool too. Some its parts? Wallpaper. Do I know its parts?
Yeah, the breakdown
Of the bird? Heck no. That looks more like a paint by number kind of a breakdown than an actual biological breakdown. I think it means put the green sticker here.
Oh, that's how I like it.
All right, flowers, and it looks like cracked mosaic in the background, and then you've got this pretty border here, all kinds of good stuff, more wallpapery looking, just really pretty colors there, nice and soft. And then here, see, this is one of my favorite combinations. When you have a pinkier purple and a bluer purple mixed together. I had this cross-stitch project I did years ago where this Celtic woman in this long flowing gown had all those different shades, and it was just gorgeous. And of course, here's your tags. There's the tag fronts. There's the tag backs, because I do order the single-sided paper. That is because of the way people request it from me. There is double-sided though, and if you ever want it, just let me know. And I think, April, are we going to get a sneaky peek later on of the... Okay, so we're just going to deal with this paper for right now. But, oh, look at it. It's just cute, you know?
Maybe
and if you've got...
sneaky peek after we're done with this paper
Hey, if you've got like grandsons who like to go and try to catch frogs in the creek and things like that, this is the stuff right here. Just beautiful, beautiful colors, beautiful choices, all that. And of course, the big paper is like it as well. And here, all right, there are 2 junk journals, and the bigger one we're out of, but we have more coming, I think, Monday. So you can get those from us. We'll have it Monday, ship it out next week. And then this is the Focus Points journal. So it's a smaller one, and it doesn't have the cutouts and stuff, but it's good. Okay, everything.
It does have the cutouts.
Oh, does it?
Stickers.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. We will. I haven't even been through mine yet.
Yeah, I haven't even played with it.
Well, I think Emily took it. So. And I think she played with it. She came in my room.
Baby Goblin stole it.
She did. She came in my room the other night and she was like, Mom, I'm going to go downstairs and get some other paper to use for backgrounds with my lizard paper. So that's what she calls it. The collection is called All Around, but at our house we call it the lizard paper. All right. So all kinds of bits and pieces here that you can cut out. Okay. These are punch outs. So again, the beautiful, beautiful thing about the Stamperia punch outs is, for example, you've got this character here who is walking in that direction. But when you turn the page, she's walking in that direction. So, you don't have to rearrange your whole project just to get the girl facing the right way and stuff. You can use either side of the paper. Same thing for the bugs and the slugs and the multi-legged creatures here. And then you've got a feather page. And then you've got her doing some artwork. Look at that. In several different sizes and directions. Then you've got just the art supplies themselves. Gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful stuff. There's the sneaky peek that April was giving you a little bit ago with the different sizes of butterflies that you can put under that magnifying glass. And you can do it with the birds too, I think, and some of the flowers as well. So I just love these.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, it comes with a built-in pocket, so you can put. So if you punch out a piece and then decide not to use it, you want to use the bigger version instead or a different color instead, you can put your extra pieces in here. Who knew? Surprise! I didn't know. Okay, and then the last thing we have that goes with this collection is the letter and feather stencil. And it actually has several different letters. You can see there's one that's bordered here, one that's bordered over here, another one in the background here, one in the background here. Then it's got the feathers and the start of the word fern.
Could be fairy.
Oh, it could be.
But it's probably bird.
Well, at my house,
fairy.
It's probably fairy because fairy does appear in here a couple times. But at my house, that's fern, people.
I agree.
I
agree. I support you.
I have my own rules. Ooh, I just threw some of that on the floor.
Okay.
Okay, that's fun.
Who wants a sneaky peek of the 3 new collections that are coming out?
Oh, Karen Carpenter's saying hello. We met her last week in Nashville.
So we have a Stamperia Halloween collection, and these are on the Stamperia Facebook page. That's how we saw that they were coming. So that is one of them.
So guys, what we want you to do is tell us what you want from these collections. Do you want 12 by 12, 8 by 8, single-sided, double-sided, junk journal, ephemera? I'm not sure we'll be able to get all of everything, but I definitely will. I definitely will order what you asked me for.
And then there's the symphony.
And Emily says the bow holds are correct.
The who?
The bow, the way they're holding the bows and stuff.
Oh.
she majored in violin in college, so she says that is correct.
And then the last one is the Oriental Garden, which we think is a re-release, but they're adding some extra pieces.
Yeah, this is what I believe. And guys, that means sometimes I can't get all of it. Sometimes I can only get what they're releasing new, which I'm assuming is going to be a junk journal for sure, and then maybe some other bits as well. But those are the 3 ones that are coming in the middle of the month, actually next week.
Yeah.
And so they're super duper fun.
Okay. Who wants to see the new Elizabeth Craft?
Oh, we didn't do the wonder stuff yet.
I know, we're going to skip around.
Okay.
We skip around.
All right, we're skipping.
Okay. So the 12 by 12 is $13.99. It is called Rest and Relaxation. And it is beautiful. Let's see if I can make this camera zoom out. Oh, it likes to zoom out. It just doesn't like to zoom in. All right. I love these pieces.
All right. So, guys, this one is in stock. We've got it. Feel free to jump on and order it. Today's code is GoWild20 for all of our new Tim animals. In Tim animals, we have some in stock and some more on the way. So we've got it set up so if we run out during the course of the live, you can pre-order.
Oopsies. So, and then Miss Green likes to include her strip pages. I just totally brain farted her first name.
Annette.
Annette Green. Woo! That was rough. I knew it was there somewhere in my brain. All right. And then there is Everyday Ephemera that comes with this one. And this one is $14.99. It's called Everyday Ephemera 2. Look at those postcards. And these letters. These letters, there is a die that comes with this collection that will cut them out. And the passport, all of this good stuff. So, but the letters are the, oh, well, maybe these circle pieces will be cut out too. Oh, no, we can cut these out. Lots of good stuff in here. Some of it does have coordinating dies. Maybe by accident, maybe by plan. I'm not sure. So, Everyday Ephemera 2. And then, to start us off, I picked up the wrong page. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, this one. Sorry, guys. I have things everywhere because I was trying to show you guys all the things that we use.
April went home and busted out this collection. I didn't get to do as much, but she's got stuff coming out the ears.
Okay, so this first page right here is $25.99. It's called Rounded Travel Page. Look at all of the good stuff that's in this. So much fun. But I want to forewarn you or tell you that, I don't know that forewarn's the right word, but this die, the page die itself, is a little large. And by a little large, I mean, it's a tight squeeze to cut it out. So I have my right here set up in the die cut machine. And this is the new Big Shot. And before I show you that part, look at this part. How cool. Well, if April could figure it out, how cool is that? You can store it in a little bit smaller space. So anyway, this is the first time I've played with it. You guys may have known. All right, so this is what I mean by this is a tight fit. See, it takes up the whole page. And I originally cut my paper at 5.5, and that was too small. So I cut it at 5 3/4, and it fit better. And then I also taped it down. So just to be aware, ooh, that first crack always gets me. But I think I may have to run it through in the other direction. Oh, I do not. So sometimes you do because it will not get one of the ends. So make sure that you always check that before you untape it, because if you untape it, you're not going to get it to go through the same way twice. It's just not going to happen. So let's move this one out of the way. But I'm not done with that yet. So this is that page that I cut out. And I used the globe. I used the little "you are here" things. I used the little tag. But look at this. I made it a flip up. And this is coming too. You'll see it. All right. So there's that piece. And then the next piece is, I don't even know. They don't go in order. So we're not going to go in order. Let me just show you everything that I used on this page. Let's do that.
Yeah, we did a lot of mixing and matching.
We did. Because that's what we do.
I mean April.
Oh, Barbie did too.
I did a little bit.
Okay, so then this one is called Pocket Page Insert 3. It's 2360 is its number, but it is $27.99. And here are the things. I used this inner piece to cut this piece. Because when I cut this at home, I used my fold-away Big Shot. And I did not do what I just told you guys to do of check it before I untaped it. So my page, I had to cut it a little bit. So I tried to cover it up. But then I just told you. So I don't know why I covered it up. Ah! All right. And then this one is CS52. And it is Arts and Hobbies. It is $16.99. And it is only the stamps. So I used the Must Make Art stamp. I used the hand stamp because I like the hand. And then the little knit piece. So lots of fun there. And then I did not. Oh no, I used this piece on that as well. But let me show you. This is CSD 454. Let's Go. It is $23.99. So it is stamps. And then there are 3 dies. The die will cut out the globe, the lady, and the gentleman. And because we like things that cut out, let me find mine, and I will show you it doesn't cut out. But I lost my papers. Bobby, what did we lose? I lose my papers. Oh, never mind. Ha, it's stuck. Stuck to the back. Just kidding, guys. So, oh, Barbie, never mind. I will use my tape. Okay. The one thing I said that I didn't need. All right, so let's tape down our lady, because fussy cutting her would not be the most fun. But we could do it if we really wanted to. But why fussy cut when there's a die? And look at how lovely she is. I love it. All right, and then let's cut out the gentleman. We're going to have a big mess to clean up when we're done. Got to make sure you line them up nice. Which it's probably still uneven. But that's okay, because it's mine. All right, and then this piece. And then we have a nicely cut out gentleman. I love when stamps have those dies that go with them. Okay, I believe I am done with this now. Okie dokie. So then the next thing that I had lots of fun making was, why? So it's trying to not show you my green, but there's green here. So this is a new page. This is 5357 Home Hobbies. It's $26.99. It comes with all of this goodness. And this was what I made last night because I thought it was super fun. And then the last thing that I made using this collection were some tags. So this collection has CSD 455 layered tags, stamp and die set, and all of that goodness. So it has different tops, has different bottoms for your sizes, and you can tape them all the way down, tape them partially down. You can use that as a little like paper clip. Hold that in there. And then there was also something I wanted to show you besides that. And it was, this is what happens when we have a mess. So the piece on here, this one, I used it as a stencil. So if you wanted just some stenciling in your background, you could totally use that. Just make sure you clean it off before you die cut again. Okay. And then the other pieces that come with this. This one is $23.59 Summer Vibes. It is $27.99. Oh, and look, there are those circles that cut out those letters. Barbie, you wanted to say something about this?
Yeah, you want me to jump in real quick?
I would love for you to jump in real quick.
Talk about these booky things. Okay, so mine. Let me grab mine real quick. I want to talk to you about what you see here. So you do have this die, all right? That's the big long piece. And then you also, because I almost had a heart attack when I saw these little ones, you also have these. And when I first looked at it, I thought, oh my gosh, to get the layers that you have here, you have to cut out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20 of these individually. Are you kidding me? But that's not the case. What you can do is you can just cut this with 2 different colors and then use the opposite pieces inside. So like here, I cut it once with the blue and then once with the sort of maroony color. And then I took the large piece and trimmed it down to the number of letters I wanted. And just, I did fussy cut, and it's not bad, guys. You can sort of see, I mean, there's not really a line or anything, but you could just sort of follow along the curve, And I did have to go back, with some small scissors and trim off some tiny little bits to make it smooth out. You could, if you wanted to be overly pedantic about it, you could go in with some sandpaper and smooth it out. Or if you really, really, really want it to be perfectly circular, you could cut out that circle and that circle a bajillion times and put them over what you cut out here and get that to work. But I didn't use the small dies on any of this. Okay, and this is the letter dies that go with the previous set. April already showed you, I think. Nope, the letter dies.
Oh, no, we haven't got to them.
Okay, we haven't got to them yet. Okay,
but
so
you have them right here.
Okay, I'll get to them in a second then. I just wanted to go back if we'd already seen them. But then these are the dies that you can use with that ephemera pack and cut out some of the letters and circle things that are in there. And then I think that these ticket dies work on some things in the ephemera pack as well. All right, then the rest of this is that you've got this cool bamboo styled frame. Let me keep it on the black. So that's going to cut out and be this bamboo looking thing. You've got a layered pineapple that's fun. You've got some flowers and some greenery and some other goodies there. So that is a fun set. Just know that the letters are separate, but you don't have to use those circles for that. So here's another way. April and I kind of tag team this morning. Here's another way to use those circles. So I found I was just looking for a small scrap of paper to use, and I found these Halloween color ones, and I thought, well, because sometimes we think of Diane when she's not here. And yeah, just sometimes. So here, I used the big piece and cut my purple strip and cut my orange checkered strip. Okay, and then I just cut out 3 of them. And then I did use these pieces and cut out a couple extra bits. And so it says books, just like the other one said books. But here it's kind of fallen apart. It's a little more weird and Halloweeny and all that kind of thing. And we haven't had a chance. This was a group effort. I threw the books part on there, and then April came over and tossed these down on the table and said, "Hey, do you want to use these?" And I was like, "I have a spot." So I put those on. We haven't even had a chance to color them yet. And then these little bits right here, these little kind of diamond star looking bits, are actually from this die as well. It's just it's what cuts out between the circles. So, hold on to those and make those have fun. And from cutting those out, just those 2 colors, I've still got all these bits that I can play with. Some circles, some of the little diamonds, and I dropped some of them on the floor. So this isn't even all of them. There's some of them down there under the table I'm going to have to go find later. But I know you've got lots and lots of bits to play with. All right, not to obsess over this one, but I really do like this particular die set. I wanted those circles, you know what I'm saying? And then, just to show you real quick, you could also just use these as background texture, because now I've got extra pieces. This is the blue and the burgundy that I used on the one project, and then the purple and the orange that I used on the other project. And I've got all these extra bits I could throw down and use as texture and build up some layers. And, I could color over it. I don't even have to keep them this color. So fun stuff. And then, because I love the book stuff. All right, this is the book plate, and there is a die that goes with that. Okay, and that April cut that out for me. And here is this book, okay, which is also stamp and die, and April cut that one out as well. And the flowers she cut out and stamped. So that is fun stuff. And this one I used, okay. So I've got this little one in my pocket, my little library card, which is this, and I made it a little bit bigger by matting it because I wanted it to be a little bit bigger. And then my reading list here, I've used this reading list stamp. What?
Diane's being funny. Goblin loves books. First I've heard of it.
But this, that's just the lines, you can use in conjunction with any of these things, like bucket list, reading list, book club. If you wanted to write sentences and paragraphs there, it could be the book review, all those good kinds of things. And then in addition, just so you know, so we know we've seen them, we've got book lover, book club, just one more chapter, overview, I'd rather be reading, bookstore, approved book snob, my favorite things. Okay, so that could be a list of your favorite things, of birthdays, of events. There's this check mark where you can, do the check mark stamp after you've gone through everything. So that is.
I need one there that says there's a movie of this book.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm that
wow. Okay, I will say, when I was an English teacher, I was always honest with my students. They'd be like, "Is there a movie?" and I would tell them whether they should watch it or not. I'm like, okay, so the Crucible you could go and watch. Just know there's a couple differences in the order of things and how they film it. But holy smokes, the Scarlet Letter, that movie and that book. All right, I went with a group of English teachers to watch it when it first came out, and we stood in the parking lot afterwards and made a list of 10 things the book had in common. Number one, the main character's name was Hester Prynne.
Oh.
Number two, her lover's name was Dimsdale. Number three, her daughter's name was Pearl. Okay, and that was most of the list, was like the people had the same names. They did not end that movie. They had extra characters in there. It was holy smokes. Like, if you want to ever fail a test, go watch the movie of the Scarlet Letter instead of reading that book. Oh my word. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Sorry, guys. I put her on a tangent.
Teacher be asking questions. You'll be like, was that the same movie? I don't even know. All right. So, I don't think we're at that one yet. Oh, we're not. Okay. So this one is a fun one because it's got these big bits that go with your memory book pages and all kinds of fun tidbits with it.
The clear pages up here?
I
go?
don't. I
I
don't.
thought we had them. Okay, well,
April's going to go fetch them. But this is the one that also has the letters on it. And what I want you to notice is there are so many letters here. A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E, E. Okay, there's two of everything here. And then this one's got the numbers and extra vowels because, you can't really spell words without your vowels. And so it's a great way to get a lot of letters fast. And then you've got all these fancy fun edges and doodads and what's-its and borders and things that can be used with in combination with a lot of different things. All right, so this one is 2359 Summer Vibes, the one with the circles and the pineapples and the tickets, and that is $27.99.
And those tickets will cut out from that ephemera book.
Okay, I thought so, but I wasn't 100% sure. All right, I haven't seen the ephemera book that much yet, except that flip through that April did a minute ago. This one is 2361. It's called Pocket Page. Sorry, I'm trying to get it where you can see it. Pocket Page Inserts 4, and it is $26.99. All right, then this one is another book one. It is 2358 Library Pockets and Accessories, and it is $28.99. Now, you have two pockets. You've got the big pocket that I made here that takes up almost my whole hand. So it is nice and sizable, and it opens pretty good. You could get a bunch of different stuff in there. All right, and then there's a wee tiny baby one that fits in the palm of my hand, and there's a tiny little bookmark that comes with it as well. Okay, and you can use that and chuck it in there and all that kind of good stuff. All right, but quickly, I want to show you a couple other things. There's the books that I just showed you on the front of that one. This bit right here, say your big pocket, it actually cuts straight. Okay, the fold part right here naturally cuts straight, but after you cut it, you can put it back through with this curve or this little looks like an open book or this little decal edge and get a little bit of edging on it, and that's fun. So here I've done that, where it kind of looks like a book. And on the teeny tiny one, you can hardly see it, but I use the decal edge. It's smaller. There's not as much space to work with. I don't think it's going to work well with some of the others, but it really worked well with the decal edge. So that was fun. And then there's your tiny bookmark and your tassel that goes with your bookmark, your reading glasses, your potted plant, your cups of coffee. This one says cozy. This one says bliss. This one says quiet. And then there are, if you wanted to put a panel on the front of your pockets, I knocked the computer itself. There's the large panel there that goes with the large pocket and the smaller panel there that goes with the smaller pocket. And those
coffee cups flip over your book or your page. They show them as little hole protectors.
Well, that's a different punch.
Oh, my bad.
There's somewhere in the set, there are little coffee cup hole protectors. These are bigger.
I got excited.
I don't remember where they go.
I don't remember seeing it. Except for there.
All right, this one has the paint splashes, and it looks like a bobbin. Yeah, okay, thank you. Because I wasn't going to come up with that word. All right, where are the coffee cups? They're in here somewhere, people. They really are. All right, they are, but they're not here yet. Hang on. Okay, we're going to have to investigate because they are here somewhere. All right, here on this set, the rounded travel page set, you've got the global markers. Like this is where you are on the globe. Those are page protectors. And then you've got this like cog. So I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm trying to point out some of these details because honestly, there are some things I get just for the details, you know?
I don't know.
All right, then the bundle, yeah, we have lost it. Maybe it's just down here somewhere. Okay,
Yeah,
we think it's just down under here on one of them. It's in there though. It is in there. All right, so you also get the memory binder pocket pages too. So this has, I think,
12.
okay, but are there different designs in here?
They're all that size.
These are all, okay, so this particular one is all this size. Some of the ones from Pocket Pages 1,
right,
which we don't have in stock, but if you still want them, let us know. We'll see if we can go back and order them. Those have different sizes where they've got the smaller pockets within and things like that. Yes, the binder. Okay, so with this bundle comes the rusty brown binder that fits the pages. So, you know, you've got 3 holes right here, a space, then 3 holes right here. It's the binder that goes with that. They have been stuck in customs for a hot minute now. So Elizabeth Craft hasn't been able to get them to us. And Elizabeth Craft has actually taken those binders out of their bundle, but it's still in our bundle, and we will ship separately. So we will ship all of this bundle to you.
With paper and ephemera.
Yeah, with the paper and the ephemera, and then ship the memory binder separately. So Margaret, Michelle, if you're on here, your bundles are on the way. Binders will come as soon as we have them. All right, and I think that's about it for that. Do you want to?
It says our sound is going in and out. I wonder why.
Oh.
I don't know how we fix that.
You know, it might be because I have a tendency to turn my head and look around while I'm talking. Yeah. So maybe if I keep my head still, it'll be okay, or at least better. Tell me, Karen, if this is better. I'm trying not to move as much. I am like a little squirrel. What? Okay, so last new product of the day.
I'm letting you do this one for one reason, because I need to not want
it. April can't look at it again or she's going to buy it and you guys aren't going to get to have it. So actually we do have a couple. So Wonderland came out last year. I know it did because I have some paper at home that I can't find, but I know I had it because I made a project with it and I've seen the project.
I think I had 2 of the 12 by 12.
So I had to get a junk journal so that I could have more of the paper and finish my project. Anyway, this is gorgeous. If you have any daughters, granddaughters, or if you're just still young at heart and you like that fairy vibe and unicorns and castles, this is beautiful stuff. Also, if you have the paper from Stamperia called Dream, that is very pink and blue, this goes with that as well. I mean, not intentionally, but it does. It just does. So these are double-sided pages. The junk journals, of course, are $29.99. They come with 8 background pages, 4 sticker pages, and 4 punch-out pages. So this is one of your sticker pages. And folks, look at that castle and the fairy and the butterfly. I know.
And the unicorn.
And don't look at the unicorn if your name's April Daisy, but if you're anybody else, you can look at the unicorn. Okay, so all of those stickers, all of these stickers is basically a fairy page. You do have a unicorn and you do have flowers, but I mean, come on. Well, you have 2 unicorns. All right, so it's not really a fairy page, but I don't know. They somehow seem predominant there. Oh, that one was actually punch outs. Okay, that one's punch outs. So you've got those going in both directions. I'm not paying attention here. This one is punch outs. So these characters are in both directions as well. So you got like down here, the unicorn and fairy are facing the left, and here on this side they're facing the right. So you can put them on there either way. And here's another beautiful background page. Here's pages that you can either use as a background page or cut up and use the bits as journaling cards and things like that. This one is stickers. Okay, here we go. Back to stickers. So again, I'm obsessed with this castle.
Yeah, that's my castle.
I like the other one a little bit better, but oh, don't look, April. Look at that unicorn, y'all. That is a good one. Come on.
It's a great one.
Oh, nope, you didn't look.
I didn't
All right,
look.
this one is the 4th page of stickers. So also amazing. And then another background page, and you can use either way. This is another one of the punch outs. And I mean, look at the unicorn. So beautiful flower border as well. Punch outs here that you can use as bookmarks, sentiments, all kinds of good things. And then another background page or 2 to close. Look at that one. So pretty.
Stop talking quiet. We're muffled.
Okay. And there we go. And it has a castle stencil with it. So a lot of the original parts of this collection are not available for me to order, but we do have the junk journal. We have a couple junk journals. I think we have a couple castle stencils. And if you are interested in other bits, I can look in to see if there's anything else available, but I think that is about it. So, okay. So I think at this point, we're going to go to our announcements and stuff. Do let us know. I need to order the Stamperia paper probably Sunday before I leave for the weekend, because our weekend's Monday, Tuesday. So let us know what you want from that. Kevin, I saw your note about Oriental. On it. I'll send you a list later of what's available. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week. Here's our announcements.
Oh, I gotta not do it that way. Sorry, guys. I'm working on it. It's not as easy as it sounds.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to jump in with a flash of information. Tuesday or Monday, whenever the 8th is Melanie's birthday.
Oh, you know what? Our sound is still on.